Welcome, welcome to episode 3 of the Moss-Cast. Fucking hell, I'm fucking doing it, mate. Third fucking episode. Suck that! A nice humble way to start the episode. I'm looking fucking young, man. I'm looking young as fuck. I'm looking maximum. My facials are looking maximum 12. And that's probably a 12-year-old's arse cheek skin as well. Skin of the bum. The softest. That sounds wrong, but you know what I mean. Just my face is young. Not that I like, or I'm or find it the 12-year-old bum skin alluring. Yeah, man's looking young. Yeah, I've been feeling. I think I'm 30, and when I turned 30, I didn't know it was going to hit me quite as much as it did, but it made me feel really fucking old. And I think the reason it made me feel so old is because I'm a rapper. Because for a rapper, 30 is old. You know, there's fucking bunch of rappers out. I mean, look at Joe Badass. He was smashing when he was like 16. He's like what, 20, 22 or 23, and it's just like looking at retiring and shit. Do you know what I mean? Or like 25 looking at retiring. It's like, yeah, a 30-year-old rapper, if you look at it, it is kind of old. But at the same time, you know, it is just like poetry over beats. So that's, you know, it's not that fucking old. And, you know, you got your Tech Nines. You got your Eminems, although a lot of people probably wish he'd put it down. You know, R.A. the Rugged Man, who's just dropped an album, which is getting like critically acclaimed by not critically acclaimed, because that's by critics, isn't it? It's getting acclaimed by a lot of other artists like Logic shouting them out and stuff. So there's, you know, you can have success when you're older, but you just got to be fucking good. But I guess that's why I've been feeling. That's why I've been feeling old. But I mean, the game's not the same. I mean, it's not the golden era anymore, and you don't just have it's also not just your little codeines and your little paracetamols and your snitch nines. Like it's everything in the spectrum of the rap game. So yeah, I think the fucking. I'm still sober. I should put that. So, yeah, and that's why my skin's looking fucking young, man. Because I've been fucking just being proper healthy. But yeah, I mean, I've always had a bit of shame. I think being a rapper, being a white rapper from England, who was born in London but raised in Kent. I think there's just standardly a bit of shame. I'll just standardly hold a bit of shame around that. You know, when people. I was in a band not long ago. I was in a band for a couple of years. And when people used to, I was like, oh, I'm in a band. And they go, oh, what do you play? And I'm like, oh, no, don't play an instrument. And I'm like, oh. So what do you do? I'm like, oh, just vocalist. Oh, right, so what do you sing? Nah, not really a singer, just more. Oh, so what type of music do you play? Hip hop. Oh, is you a rapper? Technically, yeah, I suppose you could call me a rapper. Like, that's how I'd fucking answer it. That's how I would fucking answer it. Yeah, kind of. I mean, technically, you could call me that. Just like, I would have much rather at those times just been like, yeah, I'm the guitar player. Because as soon as you say you're a rapper, everyone thinks this guy thinks he's the next big thing. I think there's just it definitely holds a bit of stigma to it, and when you are one, you know it more. And when you ain't one, you're just saying the stupid things like, huh, well, you're the next Snoop Dogg, or huh, you're the next Eminem. That's how you sound. That's how you sound. Seriously, when you say, oh, you thinking of the yeah, that's how you sound. That's how you sound to me, anyway. But even like coming out, it's like coming out as a rapper to my old dear, you know, professing my rap dreams to my mum. I'm gonna be a rapper. Honestly, she would have rather heard I'm gay. I guarantee it. She would have rather heard, you know, she would have definitely rather heard I was gay. There was a lot of things she would have rather heard. And then, and then, because the songs I was making at the beginning of of being a rapper were so shit, I would send them to friends who would basically ignore the email, or just go, yeah, I'll have a listen and never listen, or go, yeah, I'll have a listen, hear it, and go, this is dog shit. So I'm not gonna reply to him. So now I'm sending them. So I used to send them to my mum as well, and I reckon if I'd have fucking rung my mum up and gone, Mum, you know these songs, yes. Shall I stop sending you them and start having sex with other men? She'd have been like, definitely. I would much prefer that. I mean, I have no problem with having sex with other men, but these songs are shit. These songs are fucking horrific. Yeah, I mean, I could see the disappointment. I could hear the disappointment over the phone where I was like, Mum, I think I was in Australia when I decided that I was going to do it when I was like 21, 22, when I'd really decided to head for my dreams. Oh, Mum, I'm going to be a rapper. I could hear the long exhale at the other end of the phone. Just like the deflation. The absolute deflation, like, no, why? She might as well drop to her knees. Why? Oh God. So yeah, I mean she's been rooting for me. She's not like she's been sort of quietly rooting for me. There's been little things where it's like, oh, he might be doing it. He might be doing it right now. We got a gig supporting them. But yeah, there's definitely a bit of I definitely hold a little bit of shame about being being a rapper. I don't really like telling people it unless it's like, yeah, I've definitely got a bit of a Batman Bruce Wayne thing going on there. But I guess uh, I feel like me being a carpenter is Batman, and actually the thing I need to hide, the Bruce Wayne side, is the rapper. Like I kind of keep that a bit of a secret, and tend to just tell people I'm a carpenter that I meet in my day-to-day life. I don't tell them I'm a rapper. Well, I mean, I make money from carpentry. I don't make much money from rapping, so um, I mean, it's kind of the truth as well. Fucking hell. So that's a weird sort of light slash dark note. What else has been going on this week? Fuck. There's some fucking this whole all of this shit going on. I'm so sick of saying COVID-19. All of this shit going on is making people, the fear in the air. I can see it, and I can feel it. I was at the shop yesterday, and at the shop they've got a one in one out system, or like two, maybe two people allowed in the shop at a time. So there ends up being a bit of a queue outside. It's just a little local corner shop, and I'm in there and I'm grabbing my fucking garlic. I'm grabbing some onions, some crisps. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just put a bit, do the old transfer on the phone, make sure the money's in the right account. And some fucking geezer pops up next to me, and he's like, what are you doing? You texting, are you? Mate, nah, I'm actually transferring some money. And then, God, I'm just like, what the fuck has it got to do with you, mate? What the fuck has it got to do with you? It's just like, that sort of like, and do you know what he was getting? Do you know I saw him at the till after? He got 2 fucking ice pops. Like a couple of fucking ice lollies. And they was, and like he said, like, what are you doing? Why are you taking so long? What, so you can get your fucking ice lollies? You're a 40-year-old geezer. And you're fucking worried about how quick you can get your fucking ice lollies. You tosspot. You absolute fucking tosspot. And the geezer looked like he was on meth as well. And by the way, anyone who's on meth, everyone can tell you're on meth. Like, it's so fucking obvious that you're on meth. It's painfully obvious. The pigment of your skin is a colour not known. It's not in any colour on the spectrum of the rainbow. It's fucking odd. And yeah, I mean, there's this jitteriness. I mean, we just know, okay? So stop trying to cover it up, because we fucking know. Yeah, I mean, that and the fact that you want to chew everyone's fucking ear off, that you do not stop talking. Fuck's sake. I used to have there was a housemate of mine. Fuck me, that cunt would chew your ear off. I used to feel like saying to him, excuse me, mate, did a waiter just serve you my ear on a plate with a knife and a fork next to it and put a serviette down on your lap and say, bon appetit? Because you're chewing my fucking ear off, geez. Like, were you... Seriously. Did a waiter just deliver you did a waiter just deliver you a menu and the starters, the mains and desserts? Did that read Jinz's ear? And then you said, yeah, I'll take that. And then he served you and you started you're chewing my fucking ear off. Do you know what happens next in my fantasy of the waiter? This whole waiter situation is, boom, I'm the waiter, bam, peel this fucking plastic face off, and then I'll beat you to fucking death with the menu, mate, to stop you chewing my ear off. Fuck's sake, I thought cokeheads were bad. Bloody hell. And I'm saying the fear's really getting to them out there. For fuck's sake, though. Honestly. I'm going to say, like, categorically, anybody on meth, like, while you're on it, I don't like you. You're annoying at best, and you think you're fucking hilarious and on point, and you're the only one in the room that thinks it. Stop it. When you're off it, great. I'm not going to say you're a bad person because you do it. We all do things, you know. Everyone's got their vices. But if you're mid-buzz after fucking sparking up that glass Barbie, get the fuck away from me and my ears. Because they've got enough gnaw marks in them from your kind. Fuck's sake. Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, it's just that, you know, when someone's like, what are you doing? Why are you texting, are you? It's just like, why are you peeking into my world and butting into my life, you fucking dick? Like, I was out foraging for some wood ear mushrooms the other day. I'm out fucking foraging on the ground, having a lovely time, fucking getting my hands dirty. I hear someone fucking come up behind me and go, what are you up to? And it wasn't like a child, like, it wasn't like with a childlike sort of curiosity of, oh mate, oh fucking hell, what are you doing? Like, no, not like that. It was, what are you up to? What are you doing? I was like, mate, I'm foraging for some wood ear mushrooms. They go banging in a bit of pasta. Yeah, and then see at that point, At that point, I'm cocking my... This is what happens. When someone does that, I have to fucking do this fucking... It's like a reverse yoga pose. I cock my head back, my chin tucks into my neck, furrow my brow, my face wrinkles up, my eyes go squinty, and then I scowl at them. And do you know what that's me saying? That's me saying, it's a crotch party right up in here. Why don't you lick on this big John? Why don't you suck my balls, man? Fuck off. Get out of my life, bro. Like, what is it to do with you? Unless you're going to come up to me with some fucking serious, like some actual, like, genuine, nice curiosity. Like, hey, mate, what are you doing? I'll be like, mate, I'm foraging for some woodin mushrooms. Join me. You know, like, whatever. But, like, if you're going to fucking... What, are you on the fucking payroll, mate? Like, who's paying you to... Who's paying these people to walk around and be such fucking cunts? What are you sending a text? What are you doing? Fucking hell, mate. It's just like... I feel like following him up the path. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I fucking hate people just going beyond their post to fucking stick their noses into your life. Fuck off. Yeah, you can just fuck right off. Just do one. Deep breath. And I guess we get into the headlines. Right, what have we got? We're again from the Independent. Great source of news, this. Great source of news, the Independent. I have found sort of generally that the US headlines are slightly more interesting than the UK ones. But I did find a very funny UK one this week. But let's get into them. So the headline, we've got 3 headlines to go through. The first headline is 3 McDonald's workers injured in shooting over coronavirus seating area closure dispute. I mean, this immediately is very fucking alarming. What that headline? I mean, let's read through. Look. 3 McDonald's workers have been injured in a shooting in Oklahoma City over a dispute regarding the restaurant's seating and area closures amidst the coronavirus, police said. My reading's not of a very high level, so you have to bear with me. The suspect, Gloria Woody, was allegedly angry that the restaurant's dining area was closed because of the coronavirus pandemic. Police said on Thursday the suspect was said to have been asked to leave the restaurant, and after she refused and a physical altercation allegedly ensued between her and the employee, the suspect was forced out of the restaurant by the employees. She re-entered the restaurant with a handgun and fired approximately 3 rounds into the restaurant. So the bird's gone in. She's like, can I get a Big Mac? And I'll just take it to sit down here. And they're like, no, you can't come in here. I mean, why they had the door? They should have had the doors locked, really. Come on, we all know. We all know people that put McDonald's so highly up in the priority list. A time like this may not be the most sort of switched on bunch out there, to put it politely. Or do you know, who's to say that? Who's to say that? Maybe she felt like she was going to get hangry, and McDonald's was going to save her from ruining the rest of her day. Who knows? But she's fucking gone back in and fucking let off 3 shots at the fucking people in there. It's like, what the fucking fuck? What the fuck? How angry you gotta be to fucking... I'll take my Big Mac to... Like, what? Just walk, just go around to the drive-thru. That's it. This is how that situation should have gone. Okay? That's her opening the door. Hey, I'll get a Big Mac. No, sorry, you can't sit down in here. If you could just Go around to the drive-through window. We'll serve you from there, and you can get your meal, man. Okay, I'll do that. Thanks. 12 Big Macs because I'm a fat cunt, and then fucking off you go, or whatever. You know what I mean? That's how it should have gone. How you can be that fucked off and like, yeah, I feel like that is a bit of a sign of the times at the moment. There's a lot of short fuses going around. Maybe she's under a lot of financial stress. You know, it could have been the last straw on the camel's back. Yeah, I mean, God knows, but fucking hell, that's an extreme reaction to. Can you just go to the drive-thru, please? Fuck this, motherfucker. Fuck me, like. That's pretty fucking insane. I mean, do we really need to read the rest of the article? One of the employees was reportedly shot in the arm, and 2 other employees were hit by shrapnel. So the shots connected. Like, yeah. Fucking hell, the woman in the you should see her mugshot. She is fucked off. One of her eyes, she's got both of her eyes open, but one of them's just slightly shut. You know, like that twitching fucking look, like she's about to fucking break. Oh, and she's got 3 stripes shaved into each eyebrow. So, also that. Take what you want from that. Fuck's sake. Oh, the next one. This is a UK headline, and it's a bit out of order because I'll read it and then it's fucking got to be one of the most English headlines I've ever come across. Or one of the most English stories I've ever come across. Police officer's bike snatched while enforcing social distancing measures. So, here we go. Fuck off. I'm reading off the fucking Independent website, and it's got fucking pop-ups. Oh, there's less pop-ups on a fucking porn site. Fuck you, Independent, you fucks. Good news. Fuck all your pop-ups, you cunts. Fuck. Right. So, police are looking for witnesses after an officer's bike was snatched while he's telling people to stick to social distancing rules. Thames Valley Police said a group of men used intimidating and threatening language towards a police community support officer, PCSO, and took his bicycle after they were approached while playing a game of cricket in Slough. Oh, can I just read that again? I'll read it in this voice. Thames Valley Police said a group of men used intimidating and threatening language towards a police community support officer, PCSO, and took his bicycle after they were approached while playing a game of cricket in Slough. I mean, has there ever been anything more fucking English? And then it's got a quote from the fucking police officer. Guys, this isn't funny. And then a quote from one of the guys who took his bike. You just got robbed. Oh my god. The frontline officer called for backup but ended up getting his bicycle back when the group fled the scene. So they just temporarily robbed this geezer's fucking bike. But it was like trying to stop a game of cricket. Oh my god. There is a video. Oh, it's loaded quite a bit now. I'll play it. I'll see if we can get a bit of the audio from this video.
This isn't funny. I'm sorry, just come play with this. Huh? Come play with this. No, come on.
Oh, fuck you.
Guys, this isn't funny. Give a message to the cricket team. Can you duck? Take the stand up. You just got wrong.
That reminds me of school. Everyone at once. Oh, it's so childish, man. To play the police community. The thing that made me feel a little bit out of order about it is because the communities, there's about 20 of these geezers, and I mean, yeah. I suppose you need quite a few people for a decent game of cricket, but there's about 20 of these geezers, and then there's just one community support officer. He should have just, I don't know, shouldn't have just bowled in there on his own. Brave man, but he just got a bit humiliated. That's what I mean. I don't like him just some random fucking geezer trying to do his job get humiliated. But at the same time, it was pretty fucking funny. What else have we got? Then the next headline is that's another one from the UK. Actually, UK coming up with some decent headlines this week. This one's pretty funny. Coronavirus : drug dealers making fake NHS ID badges to move around during lockdown, report warns. Lockdown report warns. See, I can't read grammar. So the NHS is the National Health Service in England, for anybody that doesn't know. So they're making NHS National Health Service ID badges, so hospitals are like nurse and doctor ID badges, so they can walk around and act like they've just finished their shift and do their drop-offs. Which is pretty fucking innovative, if you ask me. It's certainly pretty creative. Let's read on. Drug dealers are making fake NHS ID badges to move around freely during the UK's coronavirus lockdown, a report has revealed. The National Centre for Gang Research found that members of gangs were also dressing as joggers. I mean, don't they do that anyway? Like, pretty sure drug dealers and gang members have been wearing tracksuits for fucking ages. So I don't know if this is a special. They didn't really need much. I mean, the NHS ID card thing, that was a heist, but they were already set to look like joggers. I think with drug dealers have been wearing fucking sports clothes for a long time. Posting drugs through letterboxes and doing drive-by sales to evade police detection. There have been numerous reports of police officers asking key workers for identification, although official guidance says it's not required. So there's a little bit of probably perceived harassment going on there by the police. Just doing their job though. A report released on Thursday found that as shoppers were panic buying food, dealers were running bulk deals and selling lockdown party packs to capitalise on restrictions. I mean, of course they fucking were. So look at this, yeah? Look at the fucking wording here, Look at the fucking wording. A report released on Thursday found that as shoppers were panic buying food, dealers were running bulk deals and selling lockdown party packs. Excuse me, but don't you mean as supermarkets were capitalising on fucking lockdown, on this lockdown shit, the drug dealers were? You put it on the shoppers, so you've put it on the consumer rather than the fucking supermarkets. And you put it, I mean, it was on the fucking consumer to a degree, but come on, let's fucking chuck the supermarkets in there as well. And dealers running bulk deals. So it's like consumer, yeah. I've seen a bit of a there's a bit of a flip there going on. Not as much as I'd originally thought, though. Admittedly, COVID-19 has brought swift changes in how drug gangs are doing business, with many dealers adhering to social distancing and safety measures. How the fuck do they know that? How do they know that dealers are adhering to these things? I mean, I suppose because they're dropping them through the letterboxes and stuff, but that's so fucking funny. I just pictured them like a customer and a dealer standing 2 meters apart, throwing money and throwing drugs at each other. Like, so how the fuck? Don't tell me they've seen that. But yeah, admittedly, again, it's they'd explained themselves earlier on, so I'm just a fucking idiot. Said Professor Simon Harding, director of the NCGR. Vehicles are being used more often to carry out deals arranged by phone, with products thrown from windows and money chucked on the back seat to keep items clean. I mean, also, how do they know that? I guess CCTV. He said the previous model of county lines dealing, which sees children used to transport drugs from urban hubs to smaller towns and rural areas, had been made too risky. Increasingly, dealers are driving runners around or hiring local people to do the job. Street gangs are being forced to find new tactics such as shifting, grooming, and recruitment online to social media. This means young people can become ensnared in dangerous gang activity from their phones, whilst their families have no idea that is a worry. Okay. The report found that street gangs. Fucking hell. I'm getting bored of my own voice. The report found that street gangs were being forced to set up their own bases because coronavirus had made the process of cuckooing, where they take over a vulnerable person's home, more difficult. Right. I didn't know that was a thing, cuckooing. Anyway, yeah, I think we've fucking bled that one dry. I just thought it was kind of funny that drug dealers were already sort of set up from wearing tracksuits all the time. It's just like, all right, sweet. Now I just need to run the thing that these clothes are actually made for. And what a perfect cover. I can just pretend I'm jogging and just fucking flick shit into the letterbox. Bish, bash, bosh. That's the end of the headlines. Beep, 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 beep. There was one more. So I watched at the beginning of the week. It's a bit distant now. There was a London Real David Icke interview, and I watched that. I watched that, and I don't believe. I'm not really with most of the things that David Icke said. Not most of them, but there's just like saying that like the virus doesn't exist. I do find pretty hard to believe. I think it definitely exists. I think it definitely exists. Yeah, so I can't really get on board with that, but there's just I feel like the problem with that guy, and the problem with let me explain it like this. David Icke came out ages ago and said that he thinks that the world is ruled by an elite class of reptilians. He actually had like a fucking 10-hour seminar on YouTube or some shit. I doubt it's up there anymore. But I watched it ages ago, and I always watch it from... Fuck, stop yawning. I always watch it from a perspective of just like a story. When I watch his stuff, just like... A bit like fiction, a bit like science fiction, but also like, there could be something in here that's, that I could take away from it. Just to watch it with a bit of an open mind, handful of salt. And he said this stuff about a reptilian race, an elite race running the earth. So now, whenever he does any new interviews, everyone just goes, "What? That geezer who thinks the fucking Queen's a lizard?" And then they just reduce him back down to that one thing of, "What? That geezer thinks that Queen's a fucking lizard." And I think that's fucking bullshit to do that, man. I mean, yeah, I actually think when he says all that shit, do you know what? Like, this is the power of being able to interpret information your own way. I don't think that the fucking world's run by an elite crew of lizards. But what I took from that is, the reptilian part of our brain that harbors greed and envy and jealousy, and the survival part of our brain that wants to hoard and me. I think he's just saying that it's like he's just saying that's a lot more prevalent in the world. That's what I took from it, and I kind of agree with that. But I mean, if you're just going to read it on a surface level and you can't even like put your own spin on the information, it's just like, and then you just reduce a man down. He's talking about, opening your heart and doing things out of love and just doing what you know is right and stuff like that. And I think that's such a great message, and it will never get heard because of one thing he said about lizards. And I just think, if you're reducing him down to that, and he's an incredibly intelligent man, he's definitely got some fucking out there views that I'm not on board with. But if you're going to reduce anybody, this isn't about David Icke, it's not about fucking COVID-19 or whatever. It's sort of just about freedom of speech and stuff, and it's like, if you're going to reduce anybody down to one thing they've said in their life, like, how would you feel if someone did that to you? Like, I'm sure there's something that we've all said that we wouldn't like to be a title over our head and represent us. I'm sure we've all said something that we wouldn't like to be defined by. What if someone defined you by one sentence or one ideology that you had at one point in your life, and then absolutely cast out anything you were going to say from there on in? It leaves no room for redemption. It leaves no room for reasonable discourse. Like, it's just, it's more than throwing the baby out with the bathwater. It's throwing the fucking bathroom out. It's throwing the baby out with the house. It's just fucking, it's just not, I just personally think that's not fucking okay. I don't want to end the podcast on a fucking negative note, but I did think I did want to touch on something. I did want to touch on something serious, and that did bug me when I saw people, and I even had a mate message me, "Oh, you're fucking mate, lizard mate," and all this. It's just like, you're not even willing to fucking listen to any of the other stuff the guy says. You just want to reduce him down to that, and I don't think, do unto others, and well, I wouldn't say anything about lizards, so yeah, well, I'm sure you would. I'm sure you've said something that you would not like to be defined by, and that's it. If you don't want someone to come and do that to you, I just suggest you don't go doing it to other people. Yeah. Anyway, let's just say something else. Poo, willy, bum fart, schnicky. I'll tell you what, I'll just put this at the other end, put this at the end of the podcast again. The email for the podcast is themosscast@gmail.com. If there's anything that you would like me to talk about, any questions you'd like to send in, anything, any news you'd like me to cover, any branding that would like to work with me, anything like that, the official email for the podcast is themosscast@gmail.com. That's the Moss-Cast, all one word, @gmail.com. Sending love to everyone out there. And have a great day, have a great week, have a great life. Muchos buchos. Yeah.